Today I effed up when I, 25M, learned the language my GF, 22, speaks when she gossips with her friends. My GF is South African. Her native language is Afrikaans. I've been learning how to speak Afrikaans without my GF knowing. I secretly applied for online courses that I've been using on and off for more than a year now. My plan was to surprise my GF and her family with my American Afrikaans when I finally meet her parents in person for the first time later this year. I never intended to eavesdrop or anything, but learning Afrikaans in secret accidentally exposed me to sensitive information that my GF was sharing on the phone with her Afrikaans-speaking friends from South Africa. It was gossip I was not supposed to understand, but eventually I did. This is what I've heard in the past few months. 1. My GF is planning to surprise me on my birthday by reuniting with her high school metal band and putting on a show for me. 2. My GF wants to tattoo the names of literally all the Harry Potter spells on her back, but she doesn't know how to tell me because she's afraid I'll talk her out of it. 3. My GF casually mentioned that one of the unexpected differences between her glasses and her contact lenses is that when she's on her knees looking up at me with her glasses on, my D looks much bigger compared to what it looks like through her contact lenses, which is why she's keeping her glasses on during sex. Ouch. 4. My GF is convinced that my parents are swingers because apparently there are always attractive couples hanging out at my mom and dad's house whenever we visit. 5. My GF secretly finished the entire series of Better Call Saul without me, even though we agreed to finish it together, so now she's pretending to have no idea how the show ends. 6. My GF is thinking about canceling the high school metal band reunion for my birthday because she's no longer sure if it's appropriate to team up with two of her exes that are original members of the band. 7. My GF expects her dad not to like me. I would have preferred not knowing most of those things to be honest, but there is no way for me to unlearn Afrikaans, so now I'm cursed with knowing too much while having to pretend I know nothing. Comment: good thing you're using a burner account to stay anonymous. Otherwise, if she browses the front page of Reddit she might get suspicious. I'm sure there are lots of South African girls out there who are dating American boys, and considering getting all of the spells from Harry Potter tattooed on their backs. Another comment: also, just as a side note, there are bloody tons of incantations out there, including such gems as Slugulus Eructo and Wadawasi. That wasn't all that bad. Honestly thought this was going to be much worse than it was. P replies, far away from CBAT and nowhere near the coconut dude, lies my mild F up. Update: 1. I asked my GF to marry me in Afrikaans and she said yes. 2. I delivered my I wanna spend the rest of my life with you speech in Afrikaans, which surprised and impressed my GF, aka my fiancé. 3. As soon as my GF became my fiancé, I casually mentioned that I've secretly been learning her native language and accidentally been eavesdropping on several phone call conversations she had with her Afrikaans-speaking friends about things I was not supposed to understand, like, for example, her feeling conflicted about reuniting with her original high school band members for my birthday, because the band apparently included two of her exes, or the fact that she wanted to tattoo literally all the Harry Potter spells on her back, or that she finished Better Call Saul without me, or that she thought my mom and dad were swingers, or the real reason why her glasses were always on during sex, or that she's convinced that her dad would hate me, or some of the stuff she said to her friends after my original post. Like how she was struggling to get used to my braces because the braces in my mouth plus the freckles on my face somehow made me look underaged and low-key made her feel like she's my older sister when we were out in public. 4. My fiancé was embarrassed when she realized how much Afrikaans I was able to understand and apologized if she made me feel uncomfortable. 5. I accepted her apology, even though it was unnecessary, well, except for finishing Better Call Saul behind my back. That was a playing with fire moment in our relationship, almost unforgivable. 6. My fiancé got one of the Harry Potter spells on her back, Erecto Patronum. I'm kidding, I stole that from another story. My fiancé is still considering getting her back tattooed. I said it was her choice, but I advised her to avoid covering her entire back with Harry Potter spells like she's some kind of Death Eater Michael Scofield. 7. My fiancé might be right about her dad not liking me because his expression of disappointment and dread when he heard the news of our engagement was priceless. That said, I'll win him over though, even if it kills him. Jokes. 8. My fiancé fully believes my parents are swingers based on the different couples she's occasionally observed coming and going whenever we visited my mom and dad. She wants us to investigate my parents because for some reason it's fun for her to imagine me being the son of a mom and dad whose sex life is far more kinky than mine. I'm not interested in opening that door though because I don't want to know what goes on in my mom and dad's bedroom. However, something tells me that my fiancé will not rest until she has all the answers. 9. I made it clear to my fiancé that I had no problem with her reuniting with her high school band to perform at my birthday, unless it was uncomfortable for her that her exes were part of the band. My fiancé ultimately decided to cancel the band because of behind-the-scenes drama. The drummer, who was one of the exes, apparently gained a lot of weight after high school and lost all confidence to perform in the band. The lead guitarist, aka the other ex, was only willing to participate if my fiancé agreed to play covers of gospel songs since he was now saved and no longer interested in playing the devil's music. The bass guitarist wanted money. 10. My fiancé still wears her glasses during sex. Comment: we won't have closure until we find out whether or not OP's parents are swingers. who presumably talk dirty to their swing partners in Afrikaans. OP replies, I refuse to believe that my parents are swingers. My future South African father-in-law already thinks Americans are weird. So hopefully my mom and dad can prove that some of us are actually ordinary people. Funny comment exchange, I used to date a girl from Ethiopia. She and her friends would always speak their native language around me. I had no idea what they were saying, and would randomly parrot back to them things they had just said. One day her and a friend were talking and I was parroting as usual, then her friend left and my GF burst into hysterical laughter and started punching me in the shoulder, saying, "You're so bad." I had no idea what was going on, of course, so she explained that she had been telling off her friend and ending the friendship, while I had been repeating the most scathing bits of the telling off. She said it was the hardest time she's ever had keeping a straight face. Reply comment, I'm so curious about this. Why was she ending her friendship so confrontationally right in front of you? How did you not know they were upset with each other when you were parroting them, or did you just not care? Commenter answers, I have no idea why she did it with me around, but it wasn't an emotionally charged conversation at all. And that's a detail I've never thought anything of, because I would handle a serious conversation the same way, emotionless. Maybe all three of us were broken inside, I don't know. We were all on the floor. Ethiopians love cushions and rugs. The two of them were talking and I was playing on my phone with my head in my GF's lap, absent-mindedly parroting along. I didn't know it was an unusual conversation until after. Another commenter replies, that sounds like it would be a super funny bit out of a sitcom. GF, you're the worst friend ever. BF, the worst. GF, you never listen to what I say. BF, never. GF, maybe it's best you leave. BF, leave. Another comment, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it went down.